Good morning, dear friends. New day, new beginning, and the opportunity of being together in learning, progressing always. We never regress, and we need to and reincarnate time and again. Be born, to die, to be reborn yet again. That is the law. Mhm. That's what is in Kardec's tomb in Paris, France. But did you see? Be born, to die. And we're like, oh my gosh, death, that's not good. Okay. In our immortal perspective, death is the birth back home. We stop here, go back. Casimiro Cunha, in the book Parnassus from Beyond the Tomb, enlightens us with this understanding. He writes a specific poem about death, and he writes the kiss of death. He says, for those who lived on earth amid suffering and reaped only cold sorrows in an ungrateful world, the cold kiss of death is the kiss of freedom, a ray of clarity that comes from heaven's height. Earthly life is the night that precedes the dawning of regions crowned with love, with truth, and with light. Thus, without paradox, joy is born from martyrdom, which becomes a sublime lily in the devotion of Jesus. Death is the heavenly goddess of life, of full being, who makes the joy of virtue blossom beautifully. Her kiss is a ray of light from the heights of the dawn that in the night of sorrows comes to awaken souls. So beautiful, nothing morbid about it, but he's reminding us about the truth of immortality. On earth, we still live a lot of illusions, disillusions, we live frustrations, we live some joys. But remember, this is gonna pass. For those who have suffered much, death comes as an invitation. He says, a ray of clarity, a kiss of freedom. But do we want to kill ourselves? No. He's not telling that this is gonna happen for those who committed suicide. No. Freedom comes when we go through the struggles, the learning. Think about a student at school. Only those who really devoted themselves to their studies, they're gonna be A+ students. Only those. And it's not a study like, oh, but I study and I still get a B. No, no, no. We're talking about, quote unquote, the martyrdom of studying. Like when you really devote yourself, like you immerse yourself into that. That's what he's saying. Joy is born from martyrdom, which becomes a sublime lily in the devotion of Jesus. What is the martyrdom of life? It's when we feel that we're doing our hardest and yet people don't understand us. It's when we renounce our egocentric life to live a selfless life. In that mode, in that motion, I'm going to find the true immortal joy. That's the martyrdom of the ego. When I start finding joy in reaching out to others. When I forget about what am I going to do with this money? Oh, I could travel, I could do plastic surgery, I could buy a new car, I could buy a new house, but I'm going to do something that is beneficial to everybody. This is the day I feel the joy of the martyrdom of the ego. So today our exercise is going to be, what can we renounce today towards the benefit of everyone? And sometimes it's going to be a piece of food at home. That's how we begin. Some people are so selfish that they cannot share, even with their loved ones, a sip of their drink, a bite of their sandwich, anything. They want to keep themselves encapsulated in that privilege that they create. Today, you and I have an exercise. Before the kiss of death, way before. What can I renounce today? Sometimes renounce saying my opinion. Doesn't matter. Let people think what they want. Let them say what they want. Or I'm going to renounce my rest today because I want to help my family, my friends, my community. And I will be with them instead of being retreated in my isolation. That's the exercise. Shall we pray and allow the ray of clarity, of immortality, to illuminate our lives today? Shall we, friends? Dear God, you are so right. When Casimiro Cunha through Chico Xavier writes this poem reminding us about what truly matters. Many little things don't really matter to us. But what matters is that we're learning to become selfless. Sometimes we are afraid of being selfless because we think nobody's gonna care about us. But today we're gonna be courageous and forget about our particular selfish needs and dedicate this day to observing and taking action towards selflessness, the only pathway to happiness. May we feel the presence of our guardian angels enveloping us in wisdom, in love, in kindness and loving care. We visualize our dear planet enveloped in soothing rays of healing, and we visualize your love permeating ourselves in kindness, in strength, in joy of living. Thank you for the day and the night and the opportunity to be here today. And so be it. It feels good, doesn't it? It does. Yes. Earthly life is the night that precedes the dawning of regions crowned with love, with truth, and with light. That day is gonna come. We don't need to rush. Actually, let's focus on the opportunity of understanding, accepting. In this movement of life, we're gonna grow stronger. Now stay tuned at Kardec Radio because today we have a beautiful, beautiful talk about the statistics of irritation, how to cultivate peace. Stay tuned, 11 a.m. Eastern Time at Cardiac Radio. For the time being, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Hipólito. Thank you, Slavik. Thank you, Sidera. Thank you, Doreli. Thank you, Rosane. Thank you, Luz. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Flavia. We wish you all live and on demand a beautiful day, a wonderful night with this process of selflessness, the joy of it, the happiness. See you tomorrow, God willing.